The changing landscape of college athletics has wide-ranging impacts on schools across the country. I'm Dylan Foreman, your community reporter in San Luis Obispo, where we've seen these impacts take shape in the form of cutting the Cal Poly swim and dive program, as I looked into what other impacts the nationwide changes at the collegiate level have on schools like Cal Poly. With the Cal Poly swim and dive program no more, there's more impacts coming to Cal Poly programs due to the ongoing opt-in NCAA settlement worth $2.8 billion in student-athlete back pay that are being paid for by NCAA institutions, including Cal Poly.
Cal Poly is having to pay for the transgressions of others, to be very honest.
According to athletic director Don Oberhelman, Cal Poly is suffering a $550,000 loss per year due to the House versus NCAA settlement. The case also has other stipulations in for schools participating in it, like Cal Poly, such as roster cuts. For example, the football team carried 117 players on their roster last year. Next year, they'll have to be to 105. Or here, head coach Todd Rogers has one of the best beach volleyball programs in the country. Currently, he has 32 players on the roster. Come next year, they'll have to be at 19.
But to have to cut some of them that still want to be here and still want to be competing and be part of our squad is going to be really, really rough.
Because I think we're going to eliminate people from the roster just because somebody told us we had to do that. And I don't think that's right, and I don't think that's fair.
Another stipulation within the settlement is participating schools will have a revenue sharing model up to $20.5 million for each school to distribute. However, for Cal Poly, according to Don Oberhelman, there is no revenue to share, meaning they will have to fundraise privately.
I think it's not a good thing for mid-majors particularly. It's great for A4s because they got a lot of money, but for mid-majors, I don't know where you're going to get those money.
The non-revenue sports, particularly at the mid-majors, don't know from season to season whether or not their sport will be funded in the time ahead.
And with the ever-changing NCAA landscape, many student athletes will look to go elsewhere and transfer.
After something like this, athletes are going to wonder whether or not they should consider making that move sooner rather than later.
3, 1, 2, 3,
Dylan Foreman, KSBY News.